This is Chris Dorner, and he's the one that was held accountable in the shootings, and I think he had some bombs or something too out in Los Angeles. He's an ex-cop and ex-military. Now then, what I want to say here, that's a mind control murder done in patterns. Now then, there's a list, and I was told that, and I'm not going to mention him. He may be in, I don't know. Anyway, there's a list of such murders. The Wayne Williams in Atlanta, and I don't have his photograph to show, but he's in Georgia prison. I wanted to get in here Brian Nichols. I had a photo of him. I don't have it right at the moment. I can't find it. He's where Wayne was sentenced to life in prison in Fulton County. This is where Brian Nichols was taken, charged with rape. He came out and he shot a Superior Court judge and killed him, a court reporter, I believe, and he went on and shot a customs immigration officer. And he was en route to Salisbury, the customs officer, Salisbury, North Carolina, which has something to do with all this too. And then on the outskirts of Atlanta, I've forgotten what county, Dahlonega, or no, it was closer than that, but I can't remember. It was right outside Marietta. He encountered a woman. I mean, you can Wikipedia and Google all this, but he kidnapped her, and he didn't kill her. She spent the night there, and she showed him the book of by the Reverend Warren, and then Warren's son committed suicide. So you're talking about mind control that's done in patterns, and to keep it from being told is a violation of your civil rights. Number one, to be put under mind control, and that's what some of these people who have done the shootings and have gone to prison, like the James Holmes, is being treated for mental illness, and people hate his guts. He's a victim of mind control. So he didn't even know he was going to do it. He couldn't have stopped it. And they're treating him, they're torturing him with illegal drugs, illegal diagnosis. Where does it end? It's not going to end unless it's brought before the media's made public, publish it. And it's brought before a world court is the only time. And then where does it go from there? The reason they're not going to tell it to us is about me. I was doing a medical malpractice book. Larry Flint was shot, and I'm just going to show this because he was shot in Lawrenceville. Person was programmed to shoot him. And I can't get the pictures of some of these. I know that's more graphic than me trying to tell it in the condition I'm living. But this was Larry Flint in a campaign that he helped me in, and it was for U.S. Congress. And oddly enough, with all that had been done to me in writing the book about mind control and about the Center for Disease Control and Emory way back then, and Dr. Larry McDonald, Congressman, murders of Warren and Rosina Matthews, forensic pathologist there at his hospital in Cobb County. One of the people that testified, they even told was under hypnosis. It was later overturned. But the point is, Gene Strokeman I wrote about. Here you got this doctor. I had antifreeze put in me April Fool's Day of 80, and my hell just went on and on. I should have died, and my kidneys gone into a coma and died. Instead, I went to work for the district attorney across the state line, and I'm probably showing you my bedroom, but across the state line in Huntsville, his name was Simpson. So you get into my kidnapping. My father's Edward VIII, and whole thing was a lie about him. I was kidnapped in 41, brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey, and I married at Childers. Both twins had been killed by their family, and that was a pigsty. This is my father, Edward VIII, who was forced out. And this is a photo of him by Frank Salisbury. Uh, so this is my uncle who helped the New World Order, the Illuminati, the Rothschilds, who are kin to Elizabeth's mom and his wife. Um, they're part of her family, the Rothschilds. Well, they say Illuminati. I'm talking about that kidnapped me. Um, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bilderbergers. Joe Kennedy was ambassador to England and helped in my kidnapping. The nice, good JFK's father. And JFK flew in there during my kidnapping and stayed in the embassy. And I was, how did I cross the pond to get to Moulton, Alabama? I don't know, but there was, Cortland Air Base was just built near there during the war, so I assume I was flown in to the pigsty. This is Roosevelt. Now, I wrote about mind control, and I'm going to tell you another one that's been, and so many people know this in the media, but I'm going to mention the O.J. Simpson, the Ron Goldman, Nicole Brown Simpson. Um, Simpson's nephew or cousin worked for the Los Angeles Police Department, and he told that he dreamed it. It's imagery. It's how, and I could get into that, and I don't even have a background in all this other than I researched it. I didn't go to college. I worked for an electronic firm. Isn't that odd? But anyway, mind control, programming people, modifying their behavior. The agency that has this list that did these ongoing murders were done in patterns, and you'd think it was deliberately, well, it was deliberately done, and it would come to a conclusion and be told. But what happens, you get into what's been done to me, the hell on a daily basis with so many people knowing it. And after the antifreeze, I was dumped on the street. I didn't find out my real name till 83. Now then, I went to Coretta Scott King, downtown office. Remember the Southern Christian Leadership Civil Rights, the marches they put on against the Zimmerman out in Ferguson? Nobody's done anything other than try to kill me and shut me up like that's going to stop all this? No. You don't even know the murders that's been done by corporations or agencies that aren't done in mind control, and you never will, I'm sure. But during the O.J. Simpson, it says here Robert Kardashian, and I think he's the father of all those Kardashians that everybody loves while I'm being killed here trying to tell you about it. But it said that he hid damning evidence against O.J. So what I'm saying here is evidence of mind control that's connected by patterns. The only way you could prove it, really, has been hidden and shut up by law enforcement and whoever. I can't get an attorney. I can't get to go home. I don't know what a civil right is, but I do know that the blacks have hid it. When I went into Coretta Scott King, she wouldn't come out. Neither would Andrew Young, who was mayor then. I'm standing there freezing in flip-flops and after having the antifreeze put in me, it crossed over the state line, worked for the VA, and et cetera, et cetera. Simpson was his name, by the way, and I lived at Warren House Apartments as Warren House cover-up of the Kennedy, because it leads back to their kidnapping of me and the New World Illuminati kidnapping me. By the way, Elizabeth is a member, Charles, I hate to say it, they sold out country and me and my father. And your president, Obama, is part of it. Now, I'm sure most of your presidents that's been printed are part of the Freemasons, the New World Order. I know the Clintons are. But I don't have any civil rights. Why? When Coretta Scott King sent, she wouldn't talk to me, and I'm standing out there freezing. And I was actually afraid they'd lock me up the way I looked and what they had done to me. She sent a black man out, and he took me outside, and he said, he told me they knew about mind control. He mentioned Rhodesia. I didn't know why he mentioned Rhodesia. That was part of the British Commonwealth. It's all been torn down, and the United States controls it now because of my kidnapping, takedown of my father in the 99